Chapter 124, Rising Fame of the Dragon and Sparrow, Ferocious Fairy. The big competition begins. In the following 5 to 6 months, Han Yi dedicated himself to a 9-to-5 cultivation schedule, planting spiritual medicines, practicing alchemy, honing his swordsmanship, visualizing demon charts, and meditating deeply on his cultivation techniques. If anyone else attempted to do all that, they would most certainly fail. Luckily, Han Yi mastered his attribute skills, switching between being an alchemy disciple and gardening in the Bihu Peak's medicinal garden every day. Master of Wood Planting Purple, your knowledge in wood planting is astonishingly impressive. It significantly boosts the maturity speed of any spiritual plant. Alchemy Grandmaster Purple, you master alchemy skills to an extraordinary degree. You can easily create perfect quality elixirs, reducing their toxicity drastically. Although the progression of these to purple attributes was slow, there was still a gradual improvement. He could pick up 5 or 6 points a day, and on a good day, he could pick up several tens of points. After half a year, more than 900 attribute points had been accrued. Worth mentioning, the blue attribute mutated spirit seed evolved and became a purple attribute. Super Spirit Seed Purple, the seeds you cultivate are top-notch, greatly boosting their production rate and survival. Thanks to the output of the Super Spirit Seed, the speed and quantity of Han Yi's spiritual plant cultivation are unmatched, like the super paddy fields of his previous life. Han Yi nicknamed the fruits of the Super Spirit Seed as Super Elixir. A single spirit field could produce 10 times the amount of spiritual medicine prior. It was a remarkable yield. His plant cultivation techniques were so superb it caught the attention of the elders of Bihu Peak. They discovered that within the Dragon Sparrow sect there was an impressively strong seed and flawlessly crafted spiritual medicines that were superior in quality to those of Bihu Peak. Hence, the alchemists of Yangshan Peak, the ones known for alchemy, flocked to acquire Han Yi's spiritual medicines. Suddenly, some of the spiritual medicines of Bihu Peak were left unsold. Because thanks to Han Yi's super elixirs, the quality of his elixirs were significantly better. Therefore, Yangshan Peak would naturally make the more cost-effective choice for the super elixir. The elders of Bihu Peak tracked down the source of the spiritual medicines and quickly discovered a certain individual who would come to Bihu Peak every month to sell his spiritual medicines. Many outer sect disciples who used to buy from them saw everyone going to that one individual's stall. At first, they joined out of curiosity, but after understanding the benefits of the super elixir, they switched allegiances and abandoned Bihu Peak's medicines. Han Yi didn't merely sell spiritual medicines, he also masqueraded as a disciple of Yangshan Peak, helping sect brothers create elixirs, collecting a considerable fee. The demand for elixirs within a sect is enormous. Normally, they are prepared by several disciples of Yangshan Peak who then hand them over to the sect for storage and distribution. Or the disciples learn to do it by themselves, or in the case of more complicated elixirs, they delegate it to Yangshan Peak's inner sect direct disciples. However, in the past year, an extraordinarily talented brother appeared within Yangshan Peak. Not only did he help others with alchemy daily, but he also offered classes and taught the way of alchemy to disciples, answering questions and solving problems, while also conducting regular classes and charging spirit stones. The disciples, who couldn't get guidance from elders, would seek him out. This brother had a notable characteristic: his alchemy style was rapid and produced great quantities of perfect elixirs. Gradually, even though Han Yi maintained a low profile, his reputation spread. The elders of Bihu Peak and Yangshan Peak heard their direct disciples report. They then became aware of a person who, while not a disciple of either peak, took advantage of the situation to make huge profits from both peaks. The elders had varied opinions on this. Some recognized his endeavors, considering that he had saved sect's expenses, enabling more disciples to learn, and there was nothing wrong in earning spirit stones. Others rejected him, thinking his behavior detrimental to the sect's growth. If he walked away with the spirit stones, what would happen to Bihu Peak's spiritual medicines? With such an abundant quantity and high quality of super elixirs, would they even survive? The next day, they lodged a complaint with the sect, accusing this kind of behavior. The outcome was bewildering. The claim got rejected by the sect leader and several administrative elders, and the accusing elders got scolded. The usually mild-mannered elder Zhang Texu rebuked, "The Dragon Sparrow sect values the development of its disciples. If this disciple is so capable, why not learn from him rather than resorting to such ignoble claims?" The elders came to their senses after being scolded. If you can't beat them, join them. This is always the truth. Therefore, in Pure Yang Peak, many more white-robed elders reluctantly came to Han Yi, humbly seeking his advice. To this, Han Yi was quite helpless. There wasn't much to Tika's ability to promote growth relied fully on his attributes. Every seed he planted became a super spirit seed, yielding a large number of spiritual medicines. Thus, his rebuttal was tactful, but he agreed to sell the super spirit seed to them. On one hand, it was to win favor with these elders. On the other hand, he was indeed too busy and tired. Every day he had to care for that many spiritual plants he was barely managing, even with the aid of junior sister Ning. Instead, why not contract it out to the elders of Bihu Peak while he lay back and collected the money? Han Yi came to understand that the most lucrative way to make money in this world was by teaching his methods that others couldn't master. As long as there was a regular flow of spirit stones and spiritual medicines into his storage ring per month, he was satisfied. He channeled his energy towards cultivating the latest spiritual plants. Over time, many disciples became aware of a hard-working inner-sect brother who was even more diligent than they were. After he sold a large batch of super spirit seeds to Bihu Peak, Han Ye's assets reached an unprecedented amount.